Hi, my name is Lexi. Welcome back to my channel. Hopefully I can stay on track today because I have a lot of kind of things that went on last week. But first of all, I will just say that to give you an update on my weight for this past week, it's kind of funny. You just have to laugh about things sometimes, but like it seems that right after I get to my goal weight, I'm just bound to just shoot right back up. Last week was crazy. So I weighed in. Now keep in mind also this was a Thursday weigh-in, not a Saturday weigh-in. So I normally, I get down further on Saturday than on Thursday, but I went out of town on Thursday for a little 3-day trip. We went up to Lake Tahoe for a few nights. And, so Thursday I weighed in at 180.1. And as you recall from the Saturday before, when I had gotten back down to my goal weight, I was at 174.8. So that is a 5.3 pound increase for the week. Not a whole week, but for my weigh-in. So, okay, there are multiple reasons. Now, Monday, when I weighed in last Monday, I was up 7.8 pounds from just my 2 days of eating from the weekend. And there are a few factors that played into that. I was a few days before starting my period, which causes me to retain water. My husband went out of town for the weekend, so I was alone with the kids. I was definitely eating a lot. Like I've not eaten that much probably since I started fasting, maybe, if you don't count like going to Disneyland, but like it was really weird. It was unusual. I think it was just the combination of it being the weekend, my husband being out of town, and it being right before my period. All those three things combined just sort of like was a perfect storm, basically. And yeah, so I ate a lot and I was up a lot. But then the other thing that I found out on Tuesday, I woke up with some really bad, I thought they were just cramps for my period because that was the day I started my period. But they were really bad and they weren't going away, and I couldn't do anything to like position myself to feel better. So around 11 o'clock, it just got so bad. It felt like there was someone stabbing a knife into my back, basically. Really bad, like feeling like I was in labor, but without contractions, so no break, basically. So I called my husband and I said, I have to go to the ER. I'm in a lot of pain. And he took me to the ER, and it was a kidney stone, basically, is the end of that story. So they did a CT scan, they did some blood work. The good news is everything else looked good. My kidney function was good, but I had a 6mm kidney stone and it was still up by my kidney. So had a ways to go before it made its way down. So the good thing was that the pain was very manageable, just with ibuprofen. And I actually never took more than, I think it took 3 at the most, but normally 2, so like 400 milligrams of ibuprofen. And this was Tuesday of last week that I went in. And so I kind of wanted to, stay on top of the pain. So Wednesday, I ended up, what I did, instead of doing a full day fast, twice throughout the day, I had about a half a cup of just heavy whipping cream, just plain, because I wanted something that was high fat and like low carb and low protein, because I didn't want it to interfere with my fast too much, but I wanted enough to like coat my stomach so that I could take the ibuprofen. So I know that sounds really weird. It was really delicious and it did the trick so that I could take that pain medicine. Anyway, but like I said, I never took anything stronger than that. They did give me another medication to help something with relaxing the tubes. If you've ever had a kidney stone, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so basically I did that on Wednesday. I modified my fast and did that twice so that I could take my medicine. And then Thursday, you know, I decided to still go out of town on our vacation because I was managing the pain fine. I was like, I'd rather go than just, you know, sit around waiting for this thing to pass. So, yeah, so we went to Lake Tahoe. We were there for 3 nights and it was fine. Like I felt fine. I just had to, you know, watch for it to pass and kind of keep the pain managed. But, I've been really lucky because apparently, according to everyone else who talks to me about their experience, it can be excruciating for a very long time. But I still, to this day, this is Monday, the following Monday, it's been 6 days and I still haven't actually passed the kidney stone. So I don't know what's going to happen or if it's going to pass on its own. I may have to go in and get it removed. I'm hoping that it will pass on its own. If you have any tips, I've had lots of tips, you know, drinking lemon water. I drink, I put on my fast or my eating days, I put apple cider vinegar in my water and drink that, which I had actually started the week previous. And I don't know if that helped me, like maybe with the pain, maybe it helped somehow, I don't know. But that's what I'm doing, just hoping it doesn't get worse, hoping I don't have complications and it just passes on its own. Otherwise, I will have to get it removed. But anyway, that's that, and that is why. So yeah, hormonal weight gain, water retention from my kidney stone, just all of those reasons add to the weight gain. And so, you know, I can't dwell on it too much because it just is what it is. And the thing that I think is important to think about is that success is defined differently depending on your situation. So I would say that with the situation I had last week, I did the best I could and I made the choices based on what I was doing and what I felt were best. So yeah, like I feel fine. I feel like definitely when this is all over, I'll be able to get back to my normal routine and everything will be fine. I am currently fasting today because the pain has gone away to a point that I don't need medicine anymore. So that's good, other than the fact that I just don't really know what's going on with it. And that's a little disconcerting, but there you go. So I'll keep you updated. So yeah, I think that you just do the best you can. Anyway, but in other news and in good news, last Monday, I hit 5,000 hours of fasting. And since I've been using the Life app, and I thought that was pretty cool. So I've, you know, been fasting for 5,000 hours roughly since I started alternate day fasting. So I wanted to talk about the fasting apps and just tell you my experiences. Before I started alternate day fasting, I was using the Zero app, which I liked. And what I liked about that one is that you could log your weight and it synced up with the health app on the iPhone. So I did like that. But then I switched over to the Life app when I was alternate day fasting because I liked how it shows you what your body is doing at the certain, you know, intervals. So like when you hit ketosis or when you hit autophagy or whatever, you know, like I really liked that. So I've been using it since then. I would say that if you're just starting out and you don't know which app you want to use, I would start using like a few different ones, you know, 2 or 3 simultaneously and just see which one you like and then drop off the other ones. Because the thing is that you do want to stick with the same one. Because for me, I find it motivating. Like, you know, the fact that I've hit 5,000 hours fasted, like that's pretty cool. So I like, that is just motivating to me to have it like tracked. And if you keep switching apps, then it's not going to, you know, keep a running total of your fasting hours. You'll have to keep starting over. So I do like both of those apps. I think they're great. I think really for me, the purpose of a fasting app in my mind is just kind of like mentally flipping the switch from eating to fasting. And for me, that's enough in my brain just to like, you know, switch gears and say, okay, I'm done eating, I'm fasting now. And then if I, for some reason, were to break my fast again early, I would have to stop that timer, and that is demotivating to me. So, you know, it kind of like, it's just one of those things that for some people it works and some people it doesn't. I know that some people don't like using an app because they feel like they are checking it too much. Like, can I eat now? Can I eat now? I think that's less of a problem with alternate day fasting though, because it's like, you know, you don't check it. I don't really check it at all on my fasting day because I know that I'm just in the middle of the fast. Unless in the beginning it was nice to like see what my body was doing. Like I said, that was cool because I'd be like, oh cool, I just switched over to ketosis, or I'm in autophagy now, or whatever. So that was cool. But now that I've been doing it for a long time, I don't really check it at all. It's just kind of that, you know, start, stop, and then kind of seeing how far I've come is motivating. So yeah, there's Zero, there's the Life app, there's another one, I think it might be called like Fastic or something, I'm not sure. But let me know in the comments below if you have tried a different one that you like, or which app you use, or if you don't like using apps, maybe, you know, let us know why you don't like it. I can see why it could be distracting to some people, and you know, it just depends on your brain and how it works and what you think. And but let us know if there's another one that you enjoy that you like. Other than that, that's about all I have to share with you today. We just started school, homeschool. Let me know what you are doing if you are distance learning with your kids and how that's going, and you know, how you're coping with all of that. I know it can be very, very stressful, especially when you have multiple kids, just to manage all those different schedules. So I wish you all the best. I hope that you are doing well in your fasting journey. Let me know if you have questions, and I will see you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.